What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? It's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Man, I'm back again. Story time, yeah. Man, you know what? I have a lot of people ask me about lifting weights in prison. They ask me about lifting weights in prison. They like to know my journey. And I've hinted at it sometimes. I've spoke on it a little bit. But this is a story, man. I remember I had capitalized off of it one time. Now, of course, when I was in the California prison system, they still had iron. We still had our iron. And we were serious about it, man. We were serious about it. And for a lot of people who don't know or don't understand why California does not have iron in their prison system, why they can't lift weights, why the weights were taken, it's because we were getting too big. We were too big. And the administration, they deemed it as us being too aggressive because of our size. Not only did it come from the administration, it came from the police on the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got they little committees or whatever they got where they can petition stuff. And from my understanding, it was said that because of the size of the inmates that were getting out of prison, they couldn't physically handle us on the streets. So basically they had no choice but to shoot us. Yeah. Cause I know back in my day, wasn't no 1, 2, or 3 little old poop butt police, LAPD finna do nothing with me. Nothing. Man, I used to go hard. Man, look, the police station that patrolled us is called Newton Street. And I wasn't studying Newton Street, period. They knew me and I knew them. They knew about me. They wasn't running up on me. They didn't come. When they dealt with me, from a point of respect. Mr. Cartoon. Come on now, Mr. Cartoon. Come on now. We just want to talk to you, Mr. Cartoon. Yeah. And I was ignorant. I was drinking back then too. Oh man, look. I used to get drunk off that 8-ball. 8-ball is Old English 800. And I'd go find me a stick or a little pipe or something. And I used to go stand in the middle of 51st and Avalon and stop traffic. Stop all the traffic. Stop all of it. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it wasn't no police station in South Park like it is now. I used to have, if a car would try to go around me, man, I'm drunk. Man, I'm crazy. I'll run up in front of it. Man, I'll bash your windows in, hit your car, bust it, all that. Man, you better get back. I'll let you know when y'all can finish going down Avalon. And I literally had traffic backed up a few times from 51st and Avalon, man, dang near back to 47th and Avalon until the police come. Man, the police used to pull up and they see it was me like, dang, man, it's this fool Cartoon. And they used to be like, hey, Mr. Cartoon, come on now. And they would plead with the homies, with my homeboys, man, y'all get it, man. Now, of course, push come to shove, and they just had to really push the envelope. They probably could have did the ooh-wee. Well, yeah, they could have did the ooh-wee with me or shot me. And, but it was just one of them things, man. I was so big back then. I was so huge back then that they didn't want to run up on me, man. They did not want to have nothing to do with me. And so, incidents like that, and with incidents within the prison walls, that's what prompted the California Department of Corrections to say, you know what? No, we need to take this iron. And now a lot of people gonna say, oh, because people might have been getting hit in the head and killed. And no, it wasn't that. Cause you didn't need no iron power to kill nobody, man. All the knives and stuff that you know what I'm saying. Zip guns and bombs and stuff we had in that prison. Y'all, man, no. It was due to the fact that we was big. And when I say big, of course, predominantly us, black people. Because the other races that were in there, they did not get as big as we did. You know what I'm saying? Genetically, it wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? For all the races other than the Samoans, you know what I'm saying? Other than Samoans, that's the only race of people that just naturally get bigger than us on a big scale. The Samoans. But other than that, man, wasn't nobody, man, we could turning into real live juggernauts up in there. And cause we was serious about that iron, man. See, especially the dudes out of Southern California. Everybody from Southern California, because we grew up with that mentality of lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? Took it all them in the front yard, in the backyard with the iron. You know, that was our thing. Getting big, letting our hair grow. And so, you know, that's what we would do. That's what we get into. So, you know, police try to run up on us in prison. They getting slammed on their neck and head. They couldn't do nothing with us, man. So they say, you know what, man, take that iron. Just take it. That's why they took the boxing. That was the reason why they took the boxing out the California prison system too. They took boxing from us because dudes was in there getting good with their hands, and putting them paws on the police jaws. Police like, man, cut this boxing stuff out. Now, for those who don't really that ain't really paying attention, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, like far as my fight go, with 600 at the end of the year, you know, you ain't never fought, you ain't never been in the ring, you know. Yeah, okay. They better get up on California CDC before they say that type stuff. But now, anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, so that's why they turn around and they took the iron too. So, you know, of course, even when we was lifting weights in California prison system, it was hard to get it in the way I got it in Alabama. One, because we were always going lockdown. It was always something happening. Man, you might get you a good 2-3 weeks of buffing in, and then bang, you got 2-3 weeks, a month and a half lockdown. So, you know, that always kept stagnating us from getting where we, you know, are getting our full potential on the iron pile. You know what I'm saying? It always kept getting in the way. So now when I turn around and I got locked up in Alabama, they don't go locked down like that. You know what I'm saying? Something happened. They don't have racial problems and this and that. So, you know, you getting 6, 7, 8, 9 a year run in. You know, a lockdown to them in Alabama, man, was 1 day, and then program as usual the next day. 2 days was a earth shaking event. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if it went 2 days, it was an earth shaking event. Yeah, but like, yeah. So we was able to get a lot of stuff in that we wanted to get in from the streets, and we was able to get that on in. So that's why when I got to Alabama, my bench and my weight training went through the roof. It went completely through the roof because I was able to get it in for months and months and months. I was able to get it in for as long as I wanted to. Usually when I took a break, it was because, you know, I just wore my body down. You know what I'm saying? Going. I might go for 3 months, 4 months straight, you know, hitting it hard. Then I need me about a whole week rest. You know what I'm saying? Let my body heal up, let my body catch up, you know? That's what you do. That's why you see a lot of bodybuilders nowadays all broke up, toe down, stuff hurt, because that heavy lifting, that grinding, it takes a toll on your body. It takes wear and tear, and it takes a toll on your body, man. And you will pay for it years later. Tearing your body, because you tearing your body down for it to build up. And it takes a toll on your body. It took a heck of a toll on a lot of them professional weightlifters' bodies, man. But anyway, so now here it is. I'm out here. I'm locked up in Alabama. I'm getting my iron. I'm getting it. You know, I'd already came in big. So boom. And I had to get it in. You know what I'm saying? I had to stand up for that Killer Cali. You know what I'm saying? Home of the rides, not rallies, you know? So boom. Like I told you before, the first prison I ever went to in Alabama, the 5 biggest dudes on the yards was Crips. So, you know, we all hung together. We all drove together. And we hung together, man. We was doing our thug thizzle, you know, just getting it in. As time went on, I got caught up in some stuff one time. I got caught up in some stuff, and I end up going to jail. Now, when I say I end up going to jail, that means I end up going to lockup. In Alabama, we call lockup jail. So I end up going to jail. I end up going to lockup, and the administration already, they didn't like me. They they'd been wanting to get rid of me. In fact, I remember when I end up going to the hole. I remember the sergeant named Sergeant Pickett. He couldn't stand me. Oh, he hated me and my California gang banging ways. And I didn't give a D-A-N-G, a dang. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And he knew it too. So I remember when I finally ended up going to lockup for what I went to lockup for, he said he knew they was going to transfer me. He knew they was going to get rid of me. The next day, my tray slot was open where they hand you your food tray, and I was in the tray slot hollering, talking to somebody, and he ended up coming into the lockup block that I was in, and he ran over there and kicked the tray slot door, boom, kicked it shut, bam. Yeah, I got you now. I finally got you. I got you now, Toon. You out of here? Yeah, you gone. I finally get your gang banging behind out my prison. I'm getting rid of you. You out of here. You gone. I'm like, man, I don't care nothing about that, fool, stupid. So what? Wherever y'all send me, I'm going to do what I do. And it's going to pick up right where I left off. And he didn't give a damn. He was like, yeah, but you won't be doing it here. You won't be doing it here. So anyway, I end up getting shipped. So I was in a prison at that time called St. Clair. I ended up getting shipped to another prison that a lot of times y'all hear me talk about, the one where the dude had the gun in the prison, West Jefferson, Donaldson. I ended up going there. So I stayed in lockup for a cool minute. But I'm in there, you know what I'm saying, I'm busting down, getting it in, upside down, handstand, you know what I'm saying, handstand push-ups. Push-ups with the handstand, feet up in the air, push-ups off the bed, just doing my thing, squats, boom, with the whole mattress on my back, books or whatever I can have in it, make it heavier than whatever I could. Eventually I end up getting out the hole. So when I got out the hole, I was in the block, but now on the south side of the prison where they got the dorms, it was a few homies out there from Cali. So I made my way out there and I'm kicking it with them, I'm talking with them. And they like, look, man, Big Toon, man, look, homie, come out here tomorrow. I'm like, what's going on tomorrow? They got a weight competition out here. I'm like, oh, really now? So they like, yeah. They say, they telling me, can you still got a little strength left? You know what I'm saying? We know you getting out of lockup. You still got a little something in you. I'm like, shoot, homie, I still got a little something in the tank. You know what I'm saying? I ain't where I used to be, but I still got a little something in the tank. Yeah, I still got a little something in the tank. They're like, well, come on out here and check it out. They was telling me that it's too late for me to, get in it, but I could come out here and check it out. I said, okay, if I can sneak out here, I'm going to come. They say, man, don't worry about it. We're going to send somebody down the hallway and get you out here. I'm like, okay. So the next day come, and I made my way out there. I made my way to the south side. So one thing about the Alabama prison system, they be having big events. I'm talking about like, what you want to call it, Olympic type events. I'm talking about they got the track and field where you run the track. You got the relays. Yeah, they be having big events, man, because, they don't have all the BS going on like California prison got going on. You can put everybody on the yard and you don't have to worry about a ride kicking off, You could be out there playing softball with the bat and ain't got to, too much worry about nobody running up, beat nobody across the head, killing them and hurting them and all that. You could have the horseshoes out there. Ain't nobody finna get popped and hit with a horseshoe 9 times out of 10. Every now and then some dumb stuff will jump, but now on a whole, naturally, no. So when they have events, man, they got all type of events: the basketball, the relays, the races, 100-yard dash, 440 relay, 440, the 220, and all that. You know, weightlifting, all that. You know what I'm saying? The whole hookup going down, going down. So the day that I'm out there this day, this was one of those type days. So they got the weightlifting competition going. They got, you know, and it be legit. They got the weight classes and all that. You know what I'm saying? So you get you get a certain amount of times to hit what you hit. If you miss it once, you get one more chance. That's it. Boom. So I'm checking it out. I'm looking. I'm like, okay. I can rock with this little get down right here. So I'm looking at the heavyweight division. I'm checking it out. They had nothing. They had nothing that could deal with me, period, at that time. You know? So it was one police that was that was over the weightlifting thing, and his name was Haywood. You know, he's no longer here. He ended up passing away. He ended up leaving. So, but anyway, he was one of the ones that was like, you know, always, you know, in the mix, like knew everybody. You know, boom, he was there. You know, he was there. Of course, you know, on the low, he was a horse, you know what I'm saying? And he was doing his thing. So as the day went on, I'm checking it out. So, of course, you know, the way I was looking at the time, when I show up, you know, standing on the sideline, dudes thought I was in the weight competition. The majority of the dudes there didn't know me because I'm just getting out of lockup and I'm coming from another prison. But now they looking at like, dang, who is this? You know, dang, who is this? So, of course, that's what the police actually like, big man, where you come from? I say, man, sure, I just got out the hole. I just got out of jail. Hey, oh, for real? Dang, where was you? I said, man, I come from St. Clair. Oh, okay, yeah. Now, St. Clair was known. Out of all the prisons, man, wasn't nobody hitting that iron like St. Clair. St. Clair had some real live iron dogs. Iron dogs in every weight class. Boy, I'm talking about had some iron DOGs. So now when I say I come from St. Clair, then I'm sitting up there on Huff. They like, oh, I wonder. So, you know, time going on. I'm looking at what they doing. So toward the end, the police dude, he ended up asking me, because he's sitting there kicking it and laughing and janking. When I say janking, that's a word they use in Alabama. Janking mean basically you know, just kicking the bobos, he and ha-ha, and you know, cracking jokes or whatever. He janking with a lot of the dudes and, you know, other inmates and stuff. So he asked me, he's like, man, big man, St. Clair. I'm like, man, my name Cartoon, homie. He like, Cartoon? I'm like, yeah. He like, all right, Cartoon. He say, man, what you got? I'm like, shoot, man, I got a little something, man. You know, like I say, you know, I'm just getting out of jail. He like, okay, you know, you want to try your luck? I'm like, shoot, homie, not for free. Shoot, I missed the you know, the competition get out. I just don't want to jump down there and just jump up on the iron for free. He like, oh, okay. He's like, well, dude, what you want? What you got? He say, can you beat what the top heavyweight had? If I'm not mistaken, the top heavyweight, I think at that time, he hit like 425. I think he hit 425. And 440. I know he hit he hit 440. The top heavyweight they had, he hit 440. I'm like, okay. So the dude actually say, man, shoot, can you top I forget the dude's name. What he hit? I'm like, man, I crush what he hit. Now everybody looking like, what? Oh, what? He say, you a crush it? I'm like, yeah, for real, straight like that. He like, oh, all right. He say, well, look, I bet you, dude hit 440. I'm like, all right, cool, that ain't nothing. He said, I bet you can't hit 500. Bet I can't hit. I say, what's the bet? He say, what you want? I'm like, whatever I want. He say, man, you hit 500. He say, man, whatever you want. What you want? Long as it's in reason. Now, at this time, I was just really getting acquainted to Krispy Kreme donuts. I know y'all laughing, but I know y'all gonna jump in the comments over my head clowning. But I just tasted some Krispy Kreme donuts while I was out there. You know what I'm saying? At the time, wasn't no Krispy Kremes in LA. Wasn't in California, period. They only had them in the South. And the first one I ever had, man, I fell in love. I thought I was in heaven. So I say, man, I want a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. So baby, baby, I love her. But anyway, so he say, okay, that what you want, a dozen Krispy Kreme? I said, I want a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. He said, all right, cool. He say, I know you ain't gonna hit it. You just getting out of jail. I'm like, yeah, 500. Nah, ain't nobody around there doing that. I'm like, all right. So I say, man, load it up. I say, load it up, load it up, load it up, load it up, load it up. So now, anybody who really lift weights and you know how the weights go, you know it's hard to get 500 even unless you got the 5 pound, like the little 5 pound plates, or the 2.5 pound plates. 2.5 on this side, 2.5 on this side will make the 500, because you can only get 495. If you putting five plates on it with the 45 pound bar, you're gonna hit 495. And you need the 2.5 weights to boom, get the exact 500. They didn't have the 2.5 weights. So we going back so the police tell me, hey, what he tell me, say, I tell you what, just hit the 495 then. You hit that, I believe that you can hit the 500. I'm like, all right, well, cool, bet it up. So me, when I go in weight competition ritual, you know what I used to like to do? I used to like to put the headphones on and psych myself up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it one of them things. So, but now before I did that, I got out on the bench and I warmed up with 3. He said, what you want to warm? I said, man, look, give me 315. Give me the 315. Now, before I went to the 315, I warmed up with, I think, what's that, 135, just one plate, the bar, and with 145 on it. Boom. I hit that like 5 or 6 times. Okay, cool. From there, I went to the 315. I said, give me 315. That's 3 plates. Boom. Boom. I hit it twice. Now, people looking like, ooh. From the 315, I went to the 4. From the 315, I went to the 4 plates, which is, I think, if I'm not, it's 405. From 315, I put 4 plates on. That's 405. I was getting ready to hit it when I felt it, and I said, you know what, Toon? No, you doing this wrong. You don't have the stamina that you had before you went to lockup. Get this out the way. And I knew in my mind I could hit it. Still. Okay. We put the 495 on. Put the 5 plates on. I got down there, and I'm like, brace my feet. I had a dude put his knee on the bench, my spotter, at the back of my head. I said, look, don't let me slide. I lost the weight competition like that once before slide. So, boom. Break it. Now, they'll break it up in the air and let it go. Break. I come down with it. And bang! And I racked it. I jumped up. Now I remember before I hit the weight, I always hit my bar. Boom, 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 hit my head. 2, 1, 3. You know what I'm saying? South Central LA, 2, 1, 3. And when I hit it, the police house was this big. He said, dang. He said, man, bring it for you tomorrow. I have it tomorrow. I said, you have it tomorrow? He said, I have it tomorrow. And that day I established myself then, boy. And everything was cool. Till I got really, really settled in and just went to getting caught up in a bunch of different shenanigans and stuff. But yeah, man, that was one of my little greedy moments. I hit 495, which I could have hit 500, but I hit the 495 because I wanted me some Krispy Kreme donuts. Man, I got a sweet tooth, y'all. But it's me, man, your big partner, Cartoon 53, man. I'm out of here, man. Peace.